Hey guys, this is WTii and welcome to another film review. This one's going to be a quick little review for Star Trek Beyond, which came out 22nd of July. I've literally just got back home from seeing it and the verdict is out. It's good. I liked it. I'm not going to put any spoilers in this video, so don't worry about it. It's going to try and keep it short. The film is very good. It's very similar to episode from Star Trek, as you might expect it. Of course, with a bit more action, as you might expect, because you've got to amp it up a little bit more for your movie theatre. However, I do like that they paid good respects to Anton and Leonard Nimoy. You'll notice those. And overall, the film had a great story, I think, overall. I'm just not going to try to give away anything here because there were bits in the middle where I was like, oh, I don't kind of understand the motivation of this. And then towards the end, it starts to be a little bit more clear. And there's so many things I like about this film as opposed to stuff that I don't like. Again, I guess let's just go quickly onto the things I don't like, which is just sort of like the jutting around of the camera. Even if you take J.J. Abrams out of it, you're still going to get quite a lot of these wonky camera shots. But that's just the way kind of movies are. It's done by the guy, I think Justin Lin or something like that, I think his name is, who did 4 of the Fast and the Furious films, which I'm really curious as to which 4 he's done because I haven't looked those up yet. That would be interesting to see which 4, because I know which 4 I like and which 4 I don't. Well, they haven't quite got around to the 8 yet, but you know what I mean. There's enough of them. And yeah, I think he did a really good job with this. There's a lot of action, but at the same time, there's a like strong narrative with great character interaction. They're on form, basically. And I love at the start, there's not so much exposition, more kind of day-to-day lives of the Star Trek crew. So this doesn't mean necessarily the main characters, just how the universe evolves and works. It's mechanics, like the way they show off the ship in so many different layers, so many different angles, so many different parts, the worlds and stuff like that. They're very, very respectful as well in that regard to people that will actually get a kick out of like, oh, I wonder what's on this, level or this floor, this cargo bay or whatever it is. They show off a lot. So I think people will get a kick out of that if you're definitely into your Star Trek. I was really impressed with not just sort of this, oh, here's a shiny looking bay, we're just going to use this for 90% of the film. No. It's not like they did that before in the previous films. They were pretty good in the previous films for showing off different areas of the ship. And they definitely did it a lot on this one as well. What else would I like to say? Oh, yeah, well, I started talking about negatives and I just went straight back into positives because I'm pretty amped up. I've got to say I'm a little bit biased. I do like Star Trek, but also I think I'm just kind of one of these moviegoers that doesn't get too upset. I find it really difficult to get upset most of the time at movies. And I did pay money for it. I didn't sneak in. It cost me 12 quid. It's a little bit sketchy now these days for movies, but there you go. It was definitely worthwhile, though. I had a great time, and I think you will as well. If I was to give it how many stars out of 5, probably 4 out of 5, I think. I don't think I could ever give it 5 out of 5. 4.5. Maybe if I was really in the mood for Star Trek. 4 out of 5 is definitely way to go on this. Like I said, I just love the way the characters react with one another. The new characters, such as the villain and the sort of like the friendly one. I'm not going to say too much, but the one that helps them out, she's, well, okay, I've already said she's great. She is fantastic in this role. Like, she just plays it so well, and her character and her abilities are really fun to watch. And I say abilities as in, what's he talking about abilities? Almost like it's a video game. You might notice some references to Nova from StarCraft 2. If any of you are familiar with StarCraft 2 and Nova, you're going to see some stuff that this girl does, and you're going to go, did they just steal that from Blizzard? Like, I really want to kind of tell you what's going on, but trust me, I think it's worth your time watching it and finding out. So, Idris Elba was the film. Great job. Fantastic job. Really sort of like tortured kind of character. And you understand more and more as to why this is. Like I say, the film develops itself, and that's what I think was good about it. It was more like an episode, and the episodes were great. The majority of them anyway, because they really had a story to tell, and you got to the end of it. You understood the philosophical meanings behind what they were trying to portray, and yeah, it was a good experience, I gotta say. So if you fancy watching it, I'm not being paid or anything like this, so don't watch it if you don't want to watch it. Watch it if you do want to watch it. I'm not saying otherwise. I'm just saying, me personally, had a good time, and so I don't want to put any spoilers in the film because I think it is worth watching. So I don't want to say anything else really, other than the film was great, the shots were fantastic. I will say one other thing, without being too spoilerific. It shows off like a station. I can say this because it's very early on in the film. It shows off a space station, which really almost made me depressed in a way, in a good way, kind of thing. If there is such a thing, it's such a bizarre thing to say. That it kind of shows you what the future can look like, how gobsmackingly awesome, and the potential for our capabilities to build out into space and create environments. That I was like, oh, I'm probably not going to live to see that. So that was the only part that was kind of depressing from it. It was this kind of like somber realization that I'm probably not going to get to see any of this awesome stuff that they're portraying and showing me what this wonderful world looks like, this future. And it's just like, oh, well, hopefully they find a way to work on that. I don't know if my head's going to work being stuck in a jar. Did Futurama ever get that to work? Nixon seemed okay with it. All right, then. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll give it a thumbs up. 4 thumbs up out of 5. So if you guys go and see it, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Feel free to be as critical as you like. Maybe you've had a lot more problems with it than I did, and I'd love to see what you said, and maybe you thought it was even better than I did, and, you know, let me know why. All right, then. Take care, guys. Enjoy the movie if you do go to see it, and otherwise, have a good day. I'll see you later.